Well, that was a nightmare. Okay. Why did you reset? I don't understand this. Hooray! Hello! Hello and welcome! Don't forget to say hi! So anyway, I ran to the store to get this exact color thread. That matches exactly what I needed. I might be able to get away with using this. Maybe. I don't know. Oh my god. Wow! I changed my time! I'm gonna be doing this at night. Probably twice a day. Probably in the afternoon and then later on. Anyway, I did pin tucks. It's so exciting! Yes! And I got the reply from my client who said, yes, pin tucks, please. And I'm like, okay. I will do this. I will make the pin tucks for this here beautiful jump skirt that we're doing, a jumper skirt. So we ironed those and now I'm just gonna sew them. And get my, still have red on here from my last project. Whoa, what's going on? There we go. Woohoo! All right. So, get this off. No, that's music. I'm like, did I just get a message? No. Nobody wants to see you. Nobody wants to talk to you. It's fine. How y'all doing? Oh, well that, yeah, I should just take that off. Okay. Come on, get off. You know what I should do is actually get the start of this. For some reason it's not going to Facebook, but whatever. Oh my god. Are you going to release my thread? Release it. Wow, that's really jammed in there. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna start a new bobbin. Do 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 do. Oh, is it doing that little thing again? It might be. Thought I was going to use my industrial, but looks like no. Okay. Oops. Oh my god, this chair. poor chair. Oh my god. Spent too much time cleaning this thing. Gross. I'm going back out to work? Yeah. See you later. There you go. We should just have a sign on the door that says, "Did you forget something?" It's not just you though, because I know I forget stuff. I walked out without my keys once. Gross. Okay, see you later. Yeah. Oh boy. Alright, good enough. Get to work. Down a little bit. Hello. Okay, so we're doing pin tucks. I already ironed everything. Should all be set to go. I'll have to clean this once it's done. Okay, we marked our notches for it. It is exactly 1 centimeter. And that's gonna sit right there. There. Pin. Thing here. Alright, let's see how straight we can make this here. Not bad. Did it just get lower? For some reason? Come over here. There's one pin tuck. I'm just gonna move along this line. And then they're gonna be spread out this way. At least in theory. Like this. Okay, next one. Just set it up first. There's my notch. There it is. Right there. on, pin tucks. They look great. They're worth it. They really are. This is gonna go right there. Saying anything, that's fine. Okay, last one. I have the pins on this side, so this is where I will go. Okay. At least it's not a barrage of pin tucks like it was when I did, what did I do? Just a bunch of tiny little pin tucks. Okay, let's get this here. What did I do a whole bunch of little pin tucks on? Not that long ago either. I feel like, oh, I remember. I was making that dress from, which one was it? Number, oh, I want to say 4, or was it number 2? It might have been number 2. Let's check this, because I'm not convinced. So it says it's 1 centimeter. Centimeter, yeah. And then you have these 1 centimeter parts in the center. These are exactly 1 centimeter. Why does this look different than what I'm expecting? A mystery. Well, we have the book right here, so let's take a look here what it says. I mean, no, actually, that seems to be what it looks like. Let's see, where is 71. So this is the dress that we're doing. We did the pin tucks in the pattern draft. So, I mean, according to the finished flat, yeah, I mean, and according to the photograph, oh gosh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh gosh, the dust. Blech. Blech. Can we have like a better close-up of this? This is like as big as we get. And that is about what it looks like on my version here. So I just have to iron this and see what I come up with. Let's take a look. Once it's all nice and ironed. Hello viewers. I see there are 4 people watching. For some reason it's not sending it to Facebook, but Facebook's a butt, so who cares? Nobody cares. Alright. I always want this to heat up faster. I'm so impatient. Okay, and I just realized that this is really bad. Oh, come on. Stop trying to help me. Stop. Oh, hi, Lady Kyra. That I can tell? No. Exposure at this level. Really? It's the light. I should probably close those blinds. Okay. The other thing I should do is turn off the damn autofocus. Stop. Stop it. Oh good, it's off. That's good. Actually saved it this time. Okay, that sun is coming right in. There we go. Whew, that's better. Huh. And that is about what it looks like on the photograph. So that's very pretty. I mean, it's central. I chose the pink champagne. I made it square in the center. It's pretty interesting the way it's doing that, but I am a little bit concerned about how my client would feel about this. Who, she told me she's watching sometimes. So I'm very happy about that. So shout out to her. Won't say her name unless she introduces herself, but that makes me super happy. I think it's great that my clients get to watch me make their stuff. So I get excited. Yeah, it looks about right. Let's check it against this guy. So if we folded these, do the thing. Yeah, back there. Okay. There you go. Very nice. It's very nice. Okay, so pin tucks are done on this. That means I get to cut the rest of this out. I am excited. Do do do. Do 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 do. Okay. That's the hard part. That's just the center front with the pin tucks folded in. Let's see. I got my pile of stuff. Here's the pattern. Okay. And so this is now done. I just copied that so that I could get a more central picture. Now, and I even was as conservative as possible by centering that picture, and it happened to be right on the corner. So this works out. So now I am going to utilize as much of this as I can, and by doing a sort of a mock-up marker, which is what they do in a factory, when you have fabric that's flat instead of folded, nothing is cut on a fold in a factory, so we have to make a marker, which basically maximizes the usage of all the fabric to the best and the highest amount. So I don't want any waste. I want to make sure that this is all going up and down, since this print seems to be going up and down, which also means that when we cut the skirt, we're going to be cutting it, well, it's the same, we're cutting it across this way. So I am going to just copy duplicates of this to match right and left. So this is the side front, which I could possibly just do this way. See, I can't do this either, because that means that the print would then be upside down on that side. So I have to keep it with everything going up and down this way. It's a challenge, but I can do it. So we're gonna do what we did. Let's see here. So I would have to do this. Just try to keep it somewhat straight. Now straight up and down, it's a little bit crooked on this. Hello to everybody. Welcome to my channel. I hope you find it interesting. We're cutting out this beautiful print from Spoonflower using the Otomino sewing books and just having a grand old time. So I am going to trace my pattern onto the fabric. I think I'm going to try to do the same thing I did before, because the lighter parts of this print don't let the white pencil show up too easily, so I just go over it again with the light blue water soluble, which doesn't show up too well on the dark parts, and so with their powers combined, I managed to get a line I can see. How is everybody doing? This is my job, so if you ask me how work was, well, I'm doing it right now. Actually, my other job is teaching at the Santa Fe Community College, so that happened yesterday, which is why I don't usually stream on Mondays. And we did the exact same thing. I drew out a marker for our project so that we could cut out blouses that we're making. I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. We gotta get this here thing done in a goodly amount of time. Nope, I almost forgot to mark my notches, my nachos. Right, good job. Right here and right here. This indicates that it's the front. So there we go. We have a nice front left side of the bodice. So we'd have to do the... See, I don't want to do that either. It's going to repeat too much. This is the center already. So if we did this, this makes more sense if we have it more like over here. So then the center part, could potentially be this, maybe. Now I really have to think about repetition of this pattern, this print. Oh my god, what? I was like, what is happening? This music was like totally taking me aback. Are people chatting at me and I'm not seeing it? Oh my god, Melon! Oh my gosh, everybody's talking at me and for some reason it's not showing up! Oh, I'm so glad! Jack Steele Fets. Awesome, let me restart this because apparently it's not working very well. Oh my gosh, people were chatting at me the whole time and I didn't see it because this stupid thing... Okay. Okay, try again. Somebody on Twitch say something, just anything. I'm like, what is happening? Gosh darn it, Streamlabs had an update, and you know how that is. Oh, thank God, Melon, hello! Ah, it works. I've been losing my mind. Yes, yes, it works, thank you. Oh my God. I'm trying not to feel like so out of my mind here. Okay. And yes, I got that message too from Mr. Jack. And thank you so much for the kind words. I am so glad that you find my tutorials helpful. I really need to upload more. I've been a little lax in that department because I've been mostly focusing on doing the live stream and trying to get these commissions done. So I haven't really had time to just put together a thing for myself and go through all the motions of like editing video and doing all that stuff. So I apologize for not having updated tutorials. I do have the blouse drafting recorded, and then we were going to put it together, but I'm thinking I might just do it in 2 parts like I did with the skirt. I don't know. I'm still thinking. I think a lot. Maybe I think too much. But welcome, and I'm glad you could make it. You just want to eat ice cream and sleep? Exercise killed you all day? Oh man, well, good on you for doing the exercise thing. Every time you tell me that, I'm like, I should probably do that too, but I'm not, and that's my fault. That's totally on me. I don't know. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is. I ordered a bunch of these markers, and they're coming from China, so I'm not sure if they're actually going to get here anytime soon. They were shipped. The markers themselves, I think, are imported from Japan, but I've had these for a little while now and used them a lot, and it shows because they're starting to not work as well as when they first arrived. So let's see, I should probably mark this guy here. Here's already marked. Okay, we're good. This is the center back of the bodice. Looks good. We got it, yeah, it's coming right in here. So the side front, I might do something like maybe here, because I have the champagne here. This is hard. I'm going to make sure that this looks good. Okay, I'm going to utilize this straight line. Put this one down right in the seam allowance so that these puncture holes don't mess with my final product. And put it right there. Hey, Minty! It's Minty! Hello! design here. This is a challenge. Where do we have that? Kind of right there. Oh my gosh. This print though. So we kind of have this notch a little bit above. Kind of further in this way. Oh boy. What a beautiful fabric! Isn't it super cute? Do you see why I was so excited about using this fabric now? Like, I know I brought it out and I showed you guys, but just look at it in all of its glory. This is a beautiful custom printed fabric that my client's friend designed, who she just wanted a dress made out of it, and she came to me to ask me to make her a dress out of this beautiful fabric. This here beautiful fabric. I can't stop talking about it. Okay, we're gonna move on now. Oh my god. Yeah, I am super happy. This is just the basic cotton, you know, like the no frills cotton, but it's spoon flower, so it's like a digital print. They're super vibrant now. I remember when I first ordered a spoon flower fabric, their dark colors didn't really pop the way that I was hoping that they would. And this was way back, I want to say probably 2012. So they were just starting out, I think, figuring out their thing. It might also be something to do with people get a color sample from spoon flower, and it has the breakdown of how the colors actually print out when you're designing a fabric. So if you're designing for spoon flower, it's always encouraged to get one of those color samples so you get exactly what colors you actually need to digitize them, and you get the right shades. I don't know if that made any sense at all, but sometimes the colors on your screen don't match what's printed, so you get a print sample first. Okay. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Hang on, what's going on? I have to rewatch everything. Oh no. Oh my god, really? That's so sweet. Oh yes, yeah, it's super fun, this fabric and my client. It's so cool. I also got a commission for a cosplay pattern. Have no idea how much to charge, but I saw others selling cosplay patterns for around $6. So I guess I'll say the same. Yeah, I'm big, so I'd expect to be charged 15 or 20 for a pattern. Okay, so here's the thing. Typical rule of thumb when you're grading patterns is $10 a size if you're grading an already established pattern. That's just for the grading process. That's like standard in the industry. Sometimes people charge more. But for custom patterns, you know, that's a lot of time that you're spending into making something fit someone exactly the way that they need it. So I would just consider how much time you put into it, or how much time you think you're going to put into it, and make sure that you get paid what you need to get paid. At least a minimum wage. Remark that. From 0, I'd say 40. It's not grading, it's making a pattern from 0. Again, how much time are you going to put into that? So if you want to get paid at least $10 an hour, remember, sometimes a flat fee is fine if you can do it pretty quickly. But, you know, charge what you're worth. Don't sell yourself short. And this is a problem that a lot of us have. You know, figuring out what we're worth, and we're always undercharging ourselves for the work that we're doing. Do I, though? I don't know. I know, yeah, $10 an hour is too much from here, especially when starting out. Alright. Well, at least more than $6 for the whole thing. Come on now. At least charge enough for a nice meal at a restaurant. Like 12 bucks, you know? Okay, can I? No. Nope. That is not gonna happen. So, okay, I have the left side. Well, I guess that's technically the right side of the center back. I have the two side fronts, kind of with the same, generally. Might be a little bit different. Not too bad. But this center back needs to go this way now. Oi, oi, oi! I might have a solution for this. Also, did the schedule change? The hour, I mean, for the streams? So what I decided is I have to do this. This is my job, aside from teaching 1 day a week at the college. So whether I'm streaming or not, this is what I'm doing, so I might as well be online. So my idea was to be online anytime I'm working on this, and this has to get done. So if I'm working in the evening, I'll probably be online. I'll probably be doing this all day as well, maybe with some intermittent breaks. So same time as before, around 12:30 I'll start streaming until around maybe 3 o'clock when I stop to eat, and then I come back like now and continue on where I left off, because my boyfriend has other things that he has to do, so we really can't spend time with each other while he's studying for his programming and math classes. So I figure, well, if you're doing that, I can be doing this, and I can be streaming while I'm doing it. So we win-win, win-win-win, win-win-win-win. At least that's how I figure. I am going to cut these out now, and then for this guy, I'm going to try to match it with the already established print, so that way I can better figure out what the orientation of this print now is, because I'd like it to not be like, you know, this one here and this one here. So much to think about. Okay, we're just going to start cutting this guy out. Got my special gloves on now. Yeah, matching the print. I didn't actually think about that until I started looking at this, and I'm like, something's wrong here. If I don't do this right, it's gonna look weird. Oh my god, it's so hot. I just realized I'm already dressed for fall. And I have the window open. They turned off the AC and turned on the heater. We don't have it running, but maybe I should turn on the fan. I'm gonna turn on the fan. At least that's something. Wait, maybe I'll turn on the fan? There we go. No. There we go. Okay, some airflow, that might help. That means I will have a lot to rewatch. Well, you know, it depends. I don't know exactly how much I get done. And half the fun of it is interacting. So, I'm sure it'll be fine. Hello, everybody. It's gotten so chilly here. My wardrobe is suited for fall, so it works out. It's going to. We're experiencing what we call an Indian summer right now. It's like mid-October, sudden like little heat wave, and then all of a sudden it starts to get below freezing outside after that week. It's really weird. But we live in the high desert, so can't seem to make up its mind until at the end of October when we're like, oh, it's Halloween? Oh, okay, now I'll get cold. That's the weather here for you. How about some rain? Okay, December, you want some rain? No? Okay, how about a little sleet? We're getting to the snow, but I'm not sure yet, so I'm in between. There is one front side. So that is gonna get attached here. Did I mark? Why didn't I mark my nachos? My nachos. Always mark your damn notches. Stop it. Why do you do this to yourself? Oy, 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 oy. You do not want to mark your notches more than about 1/8 of an inch into your seam allowance. Don't do the triangles. I don't know why people cut out the triangles, or it's ridiculous that you do that. They're not meant to be cut out as triangles. Even on a simplicity pattern, McCall's, I don't care. They're not triangles. They're just snips. They're just to match your notches together. Everybody cutting carefully around those triangles. I just like, why? I guess they don't know any better. Anyway, I got my notch here. So that means that the notch should match up here. Yep, it sure does. Pretty perfectly. And it just curves into this part. And the whole thing is going to be finished with a facing. So it might look strange with this shoulder part kind of protruding past the center front portion, but the way that this dress is designed is that the whole thing is then flipped out with a facing, and then of course I'm making a lining, so I redrafted the bottom part of the facing portion to include a liner. That's right, because I'm fancy. That's what I do. You have to serve supper now. I hope everyone has a good day. Thank you so much for stopping in, Melon. I missed you, and I hope you have a good day too. We'll see you tomorrow, I hope, right? Have a good supper. Yeah. Alrighty. On to the next thing. We are cutting. Cut, 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 cut. Cut, 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 cut. Bye, honey. So this client also asked for a matching head bow and a matching bag. I already drafted the bag out. So it's very interesting that it doesn't have included in the pattern the gusset, but in the instructions that I was barely able to translate, it said something about a gusset in there. I'm like, really? You're not going to show that or draft that into the pattern? That's how lazy you are? It's an old GLB though, so I guess they didn't have those kinds of standards. Like my kind of standards, because I have standards. Like I have standards, whatever. But, I drafted that out, and I am going to include a gusset, which I will have to show you guys how I do that. It's very simple, actually. It's just a little bit of fabric origami is what I like to call it. Do not do that. You are transferring that notch, young lady. Yes, you are. Okay. I almost didn't do that. I was almost an idiot. Alright, I might save this. That might be the perfect size for one of the pieces on the bag, which is why I mentioned it. Not that you knew that. Okay, so this is a piece that I was going to try to match by doing this. Ahaha! At least I can get this part somewhat centered, I think. Like this. Yeah, that print is a little crooked, so I just have to work with it. First world problems. Okay. I don't know how much you can see here. Am I over here? Where am I? Oh, here I am. Okay. I am still on the fence about getting those friction markers. I kind of want them, but I heard horror stories. So I suppose if I just use it to mark within the seam allowance, I might be okay with using them. Still, I don't know. I heard that the marks come right back if they are exposed to cold temperatures. The whole idea is that they erase with heat, so you can iron over the marks and they disappear. But that whole quilt show story that I heard, all these quilters marked their fabric with friction pens, and then the quilts were then sent to a show, and they were in the cargo hold of a plane where, of course, it's cold, and exposed to those kinds of temperatures, you end up with all the marks coming back. They come back faintly, but they're still there, and I'm not sure how to feel about that. But still, I'm thinking if I just keep it on the outer edges and within the seam allowances of the pieces that I make, I might be okay. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, hell no. That's not working. Alright, what else can I cut out of this side? So all of this has to be going one way. Let's see here. I did the side fronts. I did not do the side backs yet. I might be able to fit one here. Let's see, where is this side front? So I would have a repeat of that pink champagne graphic right there. Yeah, oh, this is hard. Okay, alright. Let's see what we can do here. Might be able to match up at least these edges. Like right here, since this is like frame, graphic, that sort of repetition, we might be able to get away with doing something. I also have to be careful. Up here. No. Oof. Maybe, but then if I put this here and I use this pink champagne, I might be able to squeak by. Yes, I could. Maybe? Let's see. Where's the top? Over here. It's crooked. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, we're gonna catch the edge of this croissant. Oh my gosh, am I doing this right? God, I hope so. Nope, don't do that. That's a bad idea. Okay, so if I put it here, I'm just doing it on the corners where my seam allowance is. Alright. I'm just gonna note that for now. This is quite a challenge. I will not lie. gosh. Oh my god. So I got 7 people watching, but is everybody just being quiet? Probably. And that's okay. Oh, I know what's happening. I think it's people watching on YouTube. You're being quiet, aw. Minty, isn't it late where you are? My goodness, what are you doing awake? It's midnight, I know! Do you usually stay up late? Like, I'm one to talk, right? Jesus. Although I've been trying to be better about going to bed at a reasonable hour, whatever reasonable means. I've got to be careful with this print. That's why I'm taking my damn time. Okay. So that is one side front. Oh, usually I stop playing with my friends around this hour, 1 a.m. So I was surprised to see you still streaming. I know. I am, well, I'm trying to do this new thing, like I mentioned. And plus, I noticed that there are more people watching the makers section of Twitch more at night or early in the morning. And I am not waking up at 6 a.m. to get on stream. I'm sorry. I love you all, but no. However, I do have my good news that I mentioned before, but I think now I can say the name because I know it's legit. So, are you familiar with an online store called Modes for You? Do whatever's best for you, it's your job! I know. Nope. Okay. That's okay. A lot of people in the Lolita community are familiar with them. Mostly they sell really cute things like little craft kits and clay, and they sell a ton of fabric. Here, I'm going to write down the link to their website because I absolutely adore this store. It's modesforyou.com. So let's see if that comes out. There it is. So it's Modes for You, and they reached out to me to do a collaboration with them using their fabric. Apparently it is something that they do with online bloggers, but I was so happy because I recognized the name immediately when they told me, I'm from Modes for You. I'm like, what? No shit. I know that store. I love that store. Guess what I didn't do? Guess what I didn't do? I did not transfer my notches. Because I did it again. Hooray. Alright, let's just get this guy. Great. Kind of there and there. Just to tell me that's the back. Now I remember this site. Oh yeah, you know it. Okay, cool. So they found my blog. And they're like, hey, I'm from Modes for You, and we'd love for you to review our fabric. We'll do a collaboration with you, and we'll send you some fabric to make a sewing project thing out of. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'll do anything you want. I'm going to make Lolita out of just about everything they have, almost. I mean, there's like 6,000 different kinds of fabric, and not all of them are suited for Lolita, but there are some really cute ones with like carousels and unicorns and little sweets and things and pastels, and I'm just losing my mind just thinking about it. So it's really exciting. Yeah. They reach out to online crafters. Yeah, so they found my blog. I guess they do this on Instagram too, and all kinds of fun stuff. Just all kinds. we're gonna do the same thing with this thing, I think, because I think we might be able to get the same thing right, maybe out of here, just to match it. I should have done that with the front two pieces, but I think I'm okay. I might be okay. Let me see what these front two pieces look like. So much going on. It's pretty close. And I was just eyeballing it. My God. Super close. Okay. It's not too bad. Actually, that's pretty close. So we might be okay there. Yeah, they have some really cute fabric. Ah. And I actually adore their stationery section because I have a stationery problem. I kind of really love Japanese stationery in general because it's just so much cooler. And I love sending my grandma letters with this stationery. So I have like 4 different sets. I'm missing my favorite ones. For some reason, I don't know where they are. But I still have them in that little drawer over there. And I love to write letters with my own handwriting and everything. So that I can send them to my grandma. Or to anyone. I used to do the Lolita pen pal thing that was going on for a while. I kind of want to start that up again. I think that would be super fun to do like pen pal exchange. Maybe we could do something like that with the group, because wouldn't that be so cute to send letters and little gifts to each other? I have so much fabric I can give away. What time is it? Oh. My boyfriend might be walking through that door any minute. That's my guess. Let's see if I'm right. I heard the elevator come up because we're kind of right next to it. Maybe? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not him. A little bit harder to trace this when it's the fabric on top, but I think I'm okay. The other thing I have to keep in mind is I drafted this completely as is, and I realized I needed to add maybe a centimeter or more for the waistline because my client just needs a little bit more room, although this measured almost exactly with a little extra to her measurement. So I drafted it exactly as is because the bust line was perfect and the waistline was just perfect. So I might end up putting it together with a slightly less, like maybe tapering the seam allowance when I'm actually sewing it so that it gives her maybe a centimeter or 2 around the waistline. So my guess is that it's probably going to fit her exactly. That is my educated guess. Okay, go slow. Go slow, go slow, go slow. Slow. Okay. What's that? Oh, Lolita pen pals. Yes, stickers and washi tape. Oh my God. I have a washi tape problem too. I've also been sending postcards to some friends. They find it really sweet and they love it. It gets expensive sometimes though, especially if you want to send a lot of gifts. I know. My com has a pen pal thing going on when some years ago, and I did think about also applying, but I wasn't wearing Lolita at the time, so I didn't participate. Yeah, there's a lot going on there, and honestly, I don't think we should be elitist about, if you don't wear Lolita, you can't do pen pal or whatever. Even though when I did the Lolita pen pals specifically, that was kind of the point. But I would just be pen pals with anybody who wanted to be pen pals with me. Because why not? It is fun to receive items and mail, like actual handwritten letters. Here's the thing though. When I did the Lolita pen pals thing once, I think I got 3 different pen pals and I tried keeping up with all of them as best as I could. And one of them, I was so disappointed. I think I mentioned this one time before when I was talking about handwriting and I was demonstrating like handwriting on the channel here. This one girl took a long time to reply to me, and eventually I finally just emailed her because that's how we exchanged our information. And I was worried that she hadn't received my letter, and she's like, "Oh, I got it a while ago, but I just couldn't read it." Because she couldn't read cursive writing. And I was pretty sad about that, because I took a long time, like, out of my day to write her a letter. I demonstrated handwriting. Yeah, I went on a little tangent sometime when I first started the stream. And I was just showing how good handwriting is for you, and this is how you can practice, and this is my calligraphy. And it's sort of starting to come back in vogue with what they call lettering now, which is just doing like postcards and decorative handwriting. But I mean, the principle is the same. You're using cursive to create the letters. But yeah, this girl could not read cursive writing because apparently they dropped that curriculum in schools, which I was very sad to discover, because they made us, practice our handwriting all the time. And I loved it. I could not wait to use handwriting like my mom. When she wrote letters to her home back in Argentina, to her family, she wrote in this really beautiful, old-fashioned cursive handwriting. She went to a Catholic school in Argentina, so they were learning the European style of cursive. And every time I saw her, so mine's kind of like an amalgamation of what they teach in schools here in the United States, and then also trying to emulate my mother's handwriting. So it's pretty tight and curvy. I don't know. It's also a little bit round as opposed to really long and squished. So you can sort of see, maybe you could see it. I don't know if you could see that. I don't know if you could see that. My handwriting. Yeah. But I write whole letters. I wrote like 3 pages of a letter to this girl, and the whole thing, she was like, it looked very pretty, but I couldn't read it. And I'm like, why do I even bother? Really? Yeah. I have a friend almost like that. He was the one who wanted to start a pen pal thing and exchange a lot of stuff, stickers, etc., like in the YouTube videos. K-pop pen pals, I guess. But then he didn't reply to my last letter or mention it, so I didn't do it anymore with him. I'll do pen pals with you. Do you want to do pen pals? Be my pen pal, please. I would love it. We can send each other pictures, like actual pictures. I have a bunch of stickers I could give you. I have fabric I could gift to you if you wanted to play with something. I could give you a pattern. I don't know. I just like pen pals. Oh, okay. What can I say? Okay, what did I cut out so far? I have to keep an inventory. I have one side of the back, one side of the side back. I did this one, so I have to cut this out now. Okay. I'm sort of getting my head around this. I have to be careful though, because I still need enough for a bag, a head bow, and the skirt. Yes. This is why I asked for 4 yards of this, so I think that should be plenty. Concentrating. See, now I'm wondering if people are talking to me from YouTube and I'm not getting those messages. I'm worried that this is happening. I'm hoping this is not happening. I don't know. I don't think it's happening. Oh, I did see the handwriting, and it's beautiful. Thank you. I don't know. Okay. This is way too bright now. Why are you so bright? Why is the video so bright? That's better. Maybe. I was sad with my friend because he said he received the letter and everything, but then never did anything back. And it was all his idea? Why? This is your idea! Alright, I'm gonna reload this, so I don't know if it's giving me an accurate representation of... Okay. Alright, that makes more sense. 4 people watching, that's fine. I'm like, how are there 7 people watching and nobody's saying anything? Like, what? Say hi at least. Say hi and leave, I don't know. I need to transfer this. Okay. Alright, so there is my other side back. It's almost exactly matched to this. Really, I don't know. I think it'll be fine. I think. So this is this. So we'll put that there. To the center. Now we just have to do the other back part. All these scraps now. I don't want to throw any of this away. Well, that's not gonna work. Because if we're here, let's see, where is this? This is here. Right here. So then, if we flip this over, right here, we might be able to get... be okay right here, so long as that it's even. So if I matched it over here, kind of with this same trajectory, a bit higher. Okay, so right there, we'll go with that. Matching patterns on fabric, yeah. At least so that it doesn't look crazy. Because there's no way that I could, it's not like a plaid. But look at all of this fabric that's like in the middle. I can't, at least I have this much. I'm pretty sure that I'll be fine for my amount that I need. Which is great because well, minimum I need 3 yards for just the jump skirt. They don't do half yards at Spoonflower, so I had to just ask for 4 yards, and that gave me, and I'm glad that I did because all the fabric in between that's now just wasted space is kind of, it's the reason that I asked for more. Okay, so let's mark this now. I'm gonna have to mark these notches somewhere. I'll have to use the pattern itself. Where did that go? Where did it go though, actually? Is it here? Okay, it's here. Alright. Just match it to what I get here. Alright, here we go. We're doing this. This is the last bodice piece. And then I have to do the facings, which I might be able to squeak out some facings from, because that doesn't need to be matched. It looks good if it is, but most people don't see that. It's just so that it matches the color scheme. At least that's how I think of it. Oh my god. Nope. What I probably could do is, instead of utilizing all of the seam allowance in the center back, I might be able to just put the zipper at exactly a centimeter, so then there's about an extra centimeter in the back, center back. I don't really think my client needs that much more room. This pattern is already pretty much to her size. I measured it. Oy, 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 oy. Okay, this is all the light stuff here, so it's not going to show up too well. Okay, there we go. Híjole. To work better. Okay. This is a painstaking process, isn't it? Like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Because I love it! So I tell myself. No, I do. I'm just... You don't always have to love something that you're passionate about. My dad told me that once, and it is so true. Sometimes what you love to do gets frustrating. Okay. I think we're good. And now we need to go around these lighter parts. I have no idea how my pattern matched on that jump skirt I did, the pink tartan one. That's lucky if you didn't like actively try to do that, because that is something that is considered a more advanced thing to do. So congratulations on naturally being able to match your patterns. Okay, maybe my boyfriend's coming in now. I swear to God, I hear the elevator, but maybe it's other people going and using the elevator. It's not just our elevator, you know, Carol. Oh my God. We don't have a private elevator. Okay. I think I got this. Nachos. Nachos! Soon I'm gonna have to change this paper on my table. It's due for a change in. Let's see. Oh, I think I tried to do it, but I'm surprised I did it at the first. I did it right at the first try. Don't your cats know when it's him and go wait for him? You know, that's a good point. I'm pretty sure that you are correct, my friend. And not all the time. Most of the time, if they are not paying attention and they hear the door open, they'll run because they missed it. But yeah, sometimes they'll sense it. Sometimes they know. So we'll see. Oh man, I have so much stuff on my table right now. I have another, my other client who lives in New Jersey is also a returning client. He ordered some custom fabric from Spoonflower as well. He needs his dress by mid-November. And so while I'm waiting for that Spoonflower order to come in, I am working on this dress that I actually got earlier, but she doesn't have quite as much of a time constraint on it. So I figured I would just get this done as much as possible before moving on to the one that absolutely has a deadline. My cat most of the time waits for me to arrive. That's so sweet. People say cats are assholes, and they can be, but my cats are adorable. You've seen them. Okay, I don't know if I even want to cut anything off. A lot of this stuff might be useful. Okay, so the last two things that I need. I already got this guy. I need this is the front facing. The front facing is all in one piece. I might be able to. Maybe. Oh yeah, maybe I could do it that way. But then it'll be upside down, but it's the facing, so who cares, right? Right? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Oh, my mom hates it because nobody receives the same treatment from my cat. Aw. She can be an asshole, but she's really sweet to who she loves, right? Yeah, if we're just doing the facing, it doesn't need to be matchy-match. So, that being said, I am going to utilize this exact piece of fabric and cut out the facing from it. Okay, so let's see here. What do we need to do? Can I do this? I don't think I need to copy this down like I did, because that was trying to match the patterns. But I am going to put down thumbtacks within the seam allowance, so again it doesn't ruin the fabric itself. Just in strategic places. The center here. Okay. Let's see if Carol did this right. Let's see. So far, so good. all my scripts. Oh, this poor table. Problem. Okay, so what can I do here? Try it. Okay, that's the front. I think I figured something out. Maybe. So long as I keep these within the seam allowance, I can move them around if need be. Get it out of the way of my blades. Let's see, here we have now just the facing. This is going to get interfacing, so it gives it a little bit more stability on the top. And last thing that I need, this is the front facing, so this is this, and then I need the back facing. All right, what can I do here? How much of this can I use? Here, I've got this little piece. Not big enough. Although I might be able to use this for a head bow. Maybe. I do not need it. Alright, so the back facing goes like this. Again, we don't need it to be exact, and I would like to use as much as all of this as I can, so I might be able to squeak out a piece here. So it doesn't need to be matched like before, so I'm going to put this down right here. So if that's the case, alright, Minty, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I know it's late, and I appreciate it very, very much. I would like to talk to you about pen paling. I think that'd be fun, but you go ahead and have yourself a good night, sleep well, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, okay? Yeah, sleepy. Oh, yes! Good night, Minty. You can propose that idea to the group if you want more to join. Yeah, it's a good idea. I was thinking about that. I might do that. Have sweet dreams, my friend. Hello. Yeah. It is, and I opened the window and I turned on the fan. What's that? Oh, yeah. Streaming?
Oh, I know that, but...
Oh, I'm making this dress. And apparently my client has been watching on Twitch.
That's awesome.
Yeah, super awesome. Ah! Ta-ta.
What?
To go this way.
It's fun.
Oh, hi.
You said the window's open?
Yeah. I had to close the blinds up because the brightness was killing the lens. Yep, milk, hooray! What's that? What?
We got rolls.
Roll?
Sandwiches.
Oh, hey! Oh, hi, cow. Suddenly cats. Oh my gosh. Here we go. We got one going that way. We need to go this way. Does not need to be matched. It's just for facing. So I can probably save some fabric here by doing this. kill me.
What?
This curve. So curvy. Okay. So then all I have to do is go here. Just go right there. You know, I bet this would be easy on this side.
Also,
Just trying to find the right angle. Holy crap. This way. There we go. Phew! I did it! Yay! So we have this side and we have this side. These are straps for sure, so I can throw those away. Facing. Cool! I did a thing.
what you did?
I made the facings.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Goes like this.
Did you talk to your stream about your opportunity?
I did.
Yeah.
I mentioned it. I may have mentioned it. Okay, wait a minute. Whoa, what was that? Chocobun! I have a new follower! Yay, Chocobun! Hello! And welcome. Whee.
Nice.
Now, I might be confused a little. Because reasons. Because this is supposed to be the same. So why did that happen? Oh my god. I might just have a heart attack. That's not it. No, nope, it's definitely this. This is definitely the shoulder. And this is definitely, yeah. Why? What happened? How did that happen? Unless it was drafted like this? But the facing comes from the, you know what I maybe did? No, this is supposed to be like this. So I am probably going to have to maneuver this to match. That means that the back is also deviated. Shoot, from this part. Now what in the hell was I thinking? Excuse me. So this is the side front, this is the center back. Think. Something going on here. And it might also just be the weird measurements this thing has. Huh. I don't know if I did something weird and I drafted like a large size. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try not to panic. I'm gonna have to figure this out later. I'm gonna walk away from this before I lose my mind. Oh, hello, civil engineers. My goodness, hello. While I mess up, I have a heart attack over math. But when I mess up, yeah. Yeah. I'm starting to wonder if that's what happened. Because well, you know what? I do have their version of this pattern that I just decided to draft. So let's see. That dress is on this side. Let's measure the shoulders. If I can open this. Dear God Almighty, I have this feeling that I maybe wrote down the large size for the back because I'm so used to drafting large. And I just went on autopilot for like a minute or two. So that dress I mentioned is over here. Okay. Let's open it. So, let's find it. That dress is this one with the red solid. 18 through 29. Over here. Boop. Okay. So this is the front. And 29. This is the back. Let me get my metric ruler. So we're doing the medium. So that should be 5.6. Where's mine? That's the back. So 5.6. Well, this has seam allowance, so this is not a very good. Excuse me. Just out of curiosity, though. I mean, it's way longer. No, this is way longer. This part lands correctly, but then the shoulder is super long. And it almost, I wonder if I did do that. How could I have done that? Why would I do that? No, it's still way longer than it needs to be. What is happening here? I'm gonna check the measurements on the diagram too, because this is crazy. So this is supposed to be also 5.7 because it needs to match up with the back. Okay, so this is our, let's see, this is also, no, actually that is correct. That is at 5.7. So this is correct. This back piece is not. This measures at 6.7. Did I add like an extra centimeter in this thing? What the heck? What was that? It sounds like I just like forgot how to measure. Like really? Jesus. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's the other thing I'm going to check here. Let's see. Let's see what it says. It's on page 71. This diagram here, it says 5.5. And of course, I don't have the original draft anymore. Oh my god. Well, we might be able to work with this. I'm just going to have to match the seam to the neckline first and then taper it out about 1 centimeter when I'm putting it together, because it's already cut out and I'm not going to redraft this part of the pattern. I am going to have to think about that for future projects if I ever use this dress pattern again. In the meantime, at least this came out nicely. Look at my beautiful center front.
Wow.
It's going to be right here. Yeah. Okay, so...
Did you make a note somewhere of the centimeter thing?
Oh, I know. It's not something... Yeah, so, okay. So this is measuring at 6.6, so minus 1 centimeter. Should be 5.6. In any case, I think that's a good time to step away from the travesty that is my mathematical mistake. And I'm gonna go. Bye!